A long time ago, in a faraway place, there was a small ginger kitten. He had a very sad face and looked like he hadn't bathed for quite some time. And he was wearing a dirty, torn t-shirt that did nothing to hide his skinny body. One day, while walking around a city street, the little kitten noticed something amazing. When the owner saw him coming, he prepared a nice hot dog with mustard. As he walked under an old bridge, a large black cat jumped out from behind some boxes. The bully had a fierce look on his face and held a spiked baseball bat in his paws. The kitten's name was Snowball, and she was known throughout the city for her beauty and kindness. As she got closer, she saw the ginger kitten sitting sadly on the sidewalk. At first, she thought he might be lost or hungry, but when she heard him crying, she knew something was wrong. Then she went back to where she found him. She sat down next to him and said, "Here you go." He explained how he struggles to find food and shelter every day, and how he wishes he had someone to take care of him. Snowball listened attentively and felt compassion for the little guy. Snowball listened patiently and understood how painful it must be for him to be separated from his mother. She wanted to help him feel better, so she came up with an idea. She understood how important it was for him to have someone to lean on. The kitten was very grateful and felt touched by her generosity. He took the hot dog, and they shared it together. "Oh, well, what do we have here?" "A little ginger kitten with a hot dog," he said. He was so happy to have found a place where he could feel safe and loved. From that day on, the ginger kitten and Snowball became best friends. They played together, shared their food, and comforted each other when they were sad. The ginger kitten was grateful to have met Snowball, and knew he was lucky to have her as his friend. The kitten was happy to have met someone as nice as Snowball. He had never had a friend like her before. As they strolled along, Snowball noticed that the ginger kitten seemed down again. She stopped and asked, "What's wrong?" The little guy hesitated, but then told her that he missed his mother very much. Finally, she came up with an idea. "Don't worry," she said to the kitten. "I'll get you another hot dog." With that, she turned and headed towards the hot dog stand. The ginger kitten was shocked and couldn't believe that someone would want him to live with them. He had always felt like an outcast and never thought he would be accepted by others. The ginger kitten was surprised by her kindness and couldn't believe she would share her food with him. The black cat was huge and scary, and the ginger kitten was too afraid to even respond. He could only watch in horror as the big cat slowly approached him. The kitten put his coin on the counter and proudly said, "That's for me." And even though the kitten didn't want to, he handed over his food without saying a word. The mean cat took the hot dog and walked away. He didn't even bother to look back. The scared ginger kitten sat down on the sidewalk and started crying. He felt desperate and alone, wondering if anyone would ever help him. Then he walked away with his prize, not looking back at all. The kitten walked slowly, savoring the moment. Every bite he took made him feel warm inside. It was the best food he had ever tasted. She was surprised by how sad he was and could understand why a tiny kitten like him was crying. The kitten looked up and told her about how he worked hard to earn money for his hot dog, only for the mean black cat to steal it. Snowball listened patiently and felt sympathy for the ginger kitten. She understood what it was like to be treated unfairly. And the little guy purred as he remembered how hard he worked to get it. On a hot dog stand, there was a delicious-looking hot dog. The kitten started drooling as he watched two other kittens laughing and playing with a hot dog. They were having so much fun and seemed to be mocking the poor ginger kitten by eating such a luxury food right in front of him. The tiny ginger kitten felt heartbroken and ran away crying. When he got to an abandoned building, he walked into a desolate, run-down room where he continued crying. He missed his mom and didn't know how he would survive without her love and care. But the kitten knew he couldn't stay there forever. So he went out into the street again. He was determined to get a hot dog of its own. As he walked along the street, the kitten saw a garbage dump. Even though it wasn't much to look at, he knew he could find something valuable there. As he rummaged through the trash, he spotted many empty plastic bottles. The kitten had heard that someone paid money for empty bottles, so he started putting them in a sack. He collected as many as he could carry and took them to the recycling center. There, after weighing the bottles, they gave him 1 coin for all of them. The little guy was sad that it wasn't more, but it was enough for a hot dog. So full of happiness, the kitten ran back to the hot dog stand. But unfortunately, the kitten's happiness only lasted for a few minutes. "Give me your hot dog," the bully demanded. At that moment, the little kitten didn't notice a white kitten walking towards him. She was pretty and wore a stylish pink dress. Snowball carefully approached the kitten and asked, "What happened?" She stood there for a moment, thinking about what to do. When Snowball reached the hot dog stand, she bought 2 hot dogs, one for herself and one for the ginger kitten. As they ate, the ginger kitten told Snowball about how difficult life has been for him since his mother disappeared. After finishing their hot dogs, Snowball and the ginger kitten started walking together. He explained that, since she disappeared, he had to take care of himself and often felt lonely and scared. "Why don't you come live with me?" she asked. "I have a big house with lots of space, and my family would love to have you." The ginger kitten looked up at Snowball and said, "Thank you so much. I would love to live with you." The end.